I can remember when I was a young boy, my nan, who had one of those glass cabinets in the living room that I think everyone had back then, kept a Bible in there, and she took it out one day. She showed me, and there was some writing in the front, and she said this was my mother's when she came from Wales. And she said, I read the Bible every day. And I never thought anything about that, and in particular the fact that it had come from Wales. Many years later, when I got more into my roots, I think you do as you get older, and I wished I'd have said to my nan, where did she come from? What village in particular? What memories do you have? What people did she talk about? You just don't think of it at the time, do you? Going through old photographs recently, my wife has come across images from the 1920s, old relatives, great-great-grandparents and beyond, in the Charleston look that was popular at the time, and even beyond that as well. And she doesn't know exactly who those relatives are. Some of them look like other people, and you start to piece it together and you think, that was my great-great-grandfather's brother, or whatever it is. Sometimes people used to write on the back of images so you have a little bit of an idea then. When we're young, we never think of talking to our grandparents, do we? About their lives and their parents and their grandparents. But when we get older, a lot of us wish we had done, because stories that our grandparents had, if they don't tell them, we don't ask. They pass away with them and they're never told again. All of my grandparents were from the First World War generation. So their parents and their grandparents, who they would have had knowledge of, were from the 19th century, the 1800s. What tales they could have told if only we'd asked. My grandparents have long since gone, unfortunately. However, if your grandparents are still alive, or even your parents and they've matured in years, talk to them, find out things about their past, because as you get older, you'll certainly regret it if you don't.